It's Christmas time. The time of year for goodwill, peace on earth, and letters to Father Christmas.
Christmas Day's over already!
There are 12 days of Christmas, I still have time! Do you remember the Christmases of your childhood? Writing a Christmas list to Santa Claus involving Lego sets, Transformers, Power Rangers toys, and of course, video games. In the spirit of this childhood Christmas tradition, I have composed a list of games that I wish the developers would make. Perhaps it is somewhat self-indulgent, but everybody has their what-ifs. It's Snooty Nerd's Christmas wish list of the top 10 games I wish they'd make. The East games are an overlooked series of action RPGs that's been growing in popularity upon the success of the 8th mainline title. The characters from Adol's first adventure are still referenced in the newer games, but it's not exactly a cakewalk, making it somewhat daunting for newer players. So a 3D remake of the first game with the same modern conveniences of a newer title like Memories of Cell Setter would be a great way to get more people into the series. I know it was a remake as recent as 2013, so even if Falcom just added a map and compass to that version, it would take away most of the frustration with Book 2.
Oh, God, could somebody furnish me with a map?
Sonic the Hedgehog is well known for copying ideas from Mario games, with somewhat mixed results. However, there was one idea they had before Mario stumbled across it. A game with a sidekick took centre stage. Tails' Adventure was a departure from the usual Sonic formula, stepping away from speed to focus on exploration, puzzle solving, and inventory management. And as seen in Sonic CD, Tails' skillset is much better suited to exploration than Sonic's, so why not do another one? The technology is improved, Sega's writing team is improved, and since the newer Sonic games and cartoons have actually given Tails a spine, it's the perfect time to have him back to blasting the bejesus out of everything with his unlimited supply of bombs. The Dynasty Warriors series is massive, not only with 9 numbered entries, but there's also Samurai Warriors, the Warriors origin crossovers, and even games with Zelda and Fire Emblem characters. So, wouldn't it be fun to have a Warriors game bringing together characters from Shakespeare? Shakespeare Warriors may seem like a stupid idea at first, but don't forget, the immortal bard wrote plenty of plays about people swinging swords at each other. Since the other Warriors crossovers play fast and loose with sorcery bending time and space, they could just have Prospero from The Tempest do the same thing. They could even have the title character of the Scottish play be the Lou Boo type of character.
What, Macbeth?
Hot potato offers us all, but we'll make amends.
The Story of Seasons series is also no stranger to crossovers. There's been crossovers with the obscure but excellent RPG Papa LaCroix, and one with the popular Doraemon franchise. Well, it's popular in Japan! The world doesn't stop at Hollywood, you know! Anyway, these crossovers are a good idea. But you know what would be really cool? A crossover with Pokemon! Think of it like Rune Factory, except you replace the action RPG combat with traditional turn-based Pokemon battles and the actual catching of Pokemon, and you've got a match made in heaven. Think of all the different ways you can use Pokemon on a farm. Selling off Miltank's milk, using a water-type Pokemon to water your seeds, ground types to help you till the soil, grass types to help with fertilization and seed spreading. Speaking of seed spreading, the dating and marriage mechanisms would be a nice little perk. Admit it, there's been at least one girl in the Pokemon franchise that you wanted to pull a Brock on. The only drawback to this idea is, if you consider how addictive both franchises are and put them together, it might cause a bit of problem to global productivity. If you've seen my top 10 Game Boy Color games, you may remember Dragon Quest as a solid series of games that established the modern JRPG formula. Naturally, I was excited to see the first 3 games get ported to the Switch. I got Seeds of Salvation, booted it up, and... this looks like something a fan put together in RPG Maker. Are you telling me that the ancient 8-bit Game Boy Color can handle animating the enemy sprites, but the cutting-edge, ultra-modern Nintendo Switch can't? Yes, they basically just ported the mobile versions. But if they're going to port a pre-existing version of the original Dragon Quest trilogy, why not the Super Famicom versions? They streamlined the gameplay of the original while improving the graphics and sound. Now, it's good that the old Dragon Quest games are more accessible now, but I just hope that 4, 5, and 6 get ported better if they do get a turn. Dragon Quest V in particular is often considered one of the greatest in the franchise. There's a reason this one was chosen to be adapted into a film on Netflix, but the price of a DS version nowadays is absolutely insane. As I've said before, Mega Man is one of my favourite Capcom franchises, and the numbered entries are widely available thanks to the excellent Legacy collections. But there's still so much more to the series than just the numbered entries. There's the Game Boy games, Mega Man Soccer, Battle and Chase, the 2 arcade fighting games, and Mega Man and Bass, just to name a few. So why not keep a Mega Ball rolling with a third Legacy collection installment for all these spin-offs? It'll give Capcom a chance to fix a programming error in Mega Man Soccer that stops the ending from playing. It could even include Mega Man the Wily Wars from the Mega Drive, and give players a chance to try the Wily Tower. And I suppose there's also the Game Gear Mega Man. Yeah, something for the masochist in the fanbase. Since the departure of Camelot, Sega's Shining series has been known for action RPGs, whose quality ranges from okay-ish to mediocre. But back in its prime, Shining Force was an amazing series of strategy RPGs that could easily give Fire Emblem a run for its money. So, why not have a compilation of these old classics? In addition to letting older fans relive the glory days, it would also allow them to get their hands on games from less popular systems. And maybe we'll finally see the incredible Shining Force Free Saga get an official English release. With better voice acting, please. Run, Thunder! Sakura Wars is a series that's something of a sleeper in the Western market, but is a complete phenomenon in Japan. There's games, several different anime, a movie, live stage shows, music CDs, there was even once an official Sakura Wars cafe. So far, the only games to get a Western release were So Long My Love on the PS2 and Wii, and the new one for PS4. So Long My Love was incredible and left me hungry for more visual novel dating sim goodness. Again, a compilation of all the old games would go down a treat and give the series some much needed love in the West. In Japan, the title character is a cultural icon, while over here, she's just that girl from Project Cross Zone. Yeah, she's front and centre on the cover, but still, she's just that girl from Project Cross Zone. I love Namco's Tales of series. There's no better way to describe it than one of the greatest action RPG franchises of all time. Tales of Graces, Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia, and Tales of Salmonella, just to name a few. Oh wait, that last one was a novelization of the cooking course I did a few years ago. Anyway, these games have excellent combat mechanics, engaging stories, and lovable characters. There's plenty of great ones to choose from, but a lot of them didn't make it to the Western world. The ones on the DS never left Japan, and we never saw Legendia in the UK. And that's why number 2 on my list is that all the Tales of games become more accessible worldwide. It's obvious that the fanbase loves these games, it's also obvious that Namco loves it. So, just release the games on modern systems, and everybody wins! The phrase, "how the mighty have fallen," is thrown around quite liberally these days, especially towards the once proud Konami. Amidst the controversy with Metal Gear and Hideo Kojima, we tend to forget the good old days. The good old days of licensed beat-em-ups! In an ocean of bad licensed games, Konami was one company that could be trusted to look after a franchise. Ninja Turtles, X-Men, Wild West Cowboys of New Mesa, and even The Simpsons gave many a satisfying arcade experience. Say what you will about Konami today, but the anniversary collections of their own IPs are much appreciated. Capcom was able to release a bundle of their Disney licensed games, and if Konami did likewise with their licensed beat-em-ups, it would probably be the greatest thing in the history of anything. And that concludes my Christmas wish list of games I wish would be made. True, I missed Christmas Day, but I'm still in time for the 12th night celebrations. So raise a glass and let us toast to a Merry Christmas, and hopefully a better New Year. Cheers!